Hey YouTube, welcome back to Midwest Adventure. Today we're going to look at a target retrieval device system that I built. This system is about 70 feet long, and it is made, I'll give you all the details, but it is made from a bicycle frame that has been modified. And I'll start going through the details here and show you how I did this. First of all, I set a post, 4x4 post here on the table end, and then another one about 70 feet over to the other side. I did stack some wood in front of that one so that it doesn't get damaged. The next part is to disassemble a bike frame. This particular frame is a 12-inch wheel. Remove the tires. As you know, these bicycles have coaster brakes. So the most difficult part of this project is to convert that coaster brake to a fixed hub. So you can either disassemble that hub, the rear hub, and epoxy it so it is a fixed type hub, or you can just simply buy a fixed hub setup. This is the frame and the rear wheel with the pedals on it. I left the pedals on it, and all you need to do is just reach up here and turn the pedals, and you can cycle the thing either way you like. And I have this particular one marked on the rope so that you'll see right coming up right here is a black paint mark, and that determines the distance. I have those every 10 feet so you can determine the distance. I have them marked out to 50 feet. I don't need beyond that. I've taken this frame and mounted it to the 4x4 post. This is simply a piece of 1/2-inch pipe drilled through. It fits really snug here. You can adjust it here on the seat post. This is the seat post. And then here at the front fork tube, just put a piece of all thread through and then adjust it. You can adjust it here to get your angle and spacing, everything you need. Not a lot more on this end. I'll show you the target frame itself. The target frame is built from aluminum. This particular piece is just a piece of scrap T aluminum that I had, about 3 foot long, and just simply bolt a couple clips through and hang your target. This particular one's coming loose. You can see we've had a couple accidents here. Hit one through here, but so far it's surviving. This cross piece, or the piece here along the rope, is just a flat type channel. Again, a leftover scrap, but I'm sure you could find something similar to work. Simply a eye bolt through either end of it, and then clamp the rope onto it. I did add this connection between the upper and lower with another pulley, so that it stabilizes it some. It's a fairly windy day today, as you can probably tell by the wind noise, but it does move just a little bit. I've added just a little bit of weight down here at the bottom. If you have trouble, you can add more. I clipped on a piece of 1x there just to add a little stability for when it's windy, but you don't, on a calm day, you don't need it. But if you have trouble with it moving around a little bit, you can do that. This rope here is 1/4-inch polypropylene rope from Harbor Freight. I bought 600 feet roll for $16.99, I think it was. Of course, they always have the discounts. But it's working strength of 113 pounds, I think, and it will give you plenty of strength for what you need. And my hope was that if a limb happened to fall across this, it would break the rope and not tear the system apart. And so far it's worked well. We've had it up for 6 months. It survived through the winter just fine. Seems to work really well. Sometimes I'll just hang these reactive targets I've made, and you can actually have another video posted of those. They work really well. I do sometimes just clip them on there, and sometimes I add a little backer board to them. I'll take a walk over and show you the other side and how it's all put together. Okay, we're back over on the far side, and I set this up with enough sag in the rope so that the target at the far end just barely touches the ground. And then here is the post set on the far side with all of the wood stacked in front of it to protect it. This is just the front fork of the bicycle that is mounted through the post, and just use the factory nut that came with the bicycle tube. Seems to work fine. Here after I removed the tires, I added this foam tape, self-adhesive foam insulation tape. It's like 1/8 inch by 2-inch tape. You can get at a HVAC supply place to insulate pipes. This simply adds a little grip to the for the rope. You can also adjust this a little bit of an angle here if you have trouble with it. I've never had trouble with it running off the wheel. It seems to run on there just fine, but you can adjust it here if you need to. One thing you could do if you wanted to add a little more stability to this is possibly add a second trolley wheel here and put one at the front and the back rather than just the center. I haven't tried that yet, but it seemed like that might help it a little bit to add a little stability in the wind. Although I really don't have a lot of problem with it. I do have quite a bit of sag in the rope. I first thought that was going to be a problem, but it seems to work really well. It doesn't give me any problems at all, so I think a little bit of slack is probably good. Back at the range side, I have about 20 foot cleared out behind the table so that I can add another 20-30 feet back here, get nearly 100 feet out of this range. That's all I need for the pistol range at this time. I can show you how this retrieves back. Simply grab the crank and you can wheel it right back just about any speed you like. You can go fast or slow. It seems like the faster you go, the more wobble you get in it. But with that sag in the rope, I've had really good luck with it staying right where I set it. So that seems to work well. Thanks for watching Midwest Adventure. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get them answered. And be sure to check out all of our other do-it-yourself videos, and check us out on Facebook.